across KI, where we have 47 parks in this country. He's been in KI a little longer than all of us, 31 years, I think. 32, sorry. Mr. Kimanthi is in charge of all the 47 branches of Kenya Nic Hailey, as well as risk management. We also have the branch manager, should be here, Mr. Change from Malindi, and the regional manager from the coast, Mr. Magawe. Some other team members are outside here. His Excellency the Deputy Governor, and the ministers, and the PSS, and the other staff. I'm Yolanda Chakaba, the Senior Responsible Owner of the Sustainable Urban and Economic Development Program.
Say Christmas cards.
Yes. Mr. Dan Kanonyango, so the team leader, and that's a Sustainable Urban and Economic Program under the implementing partner, Coffee. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Let me take this opportunity again to formally invite you to Kenya Nic Hailey. Again, to recognize the presence of our director here, Saburi, the representative of the board, and the PS. It's a joy for us to have you here for this very short moment. And we thought we'd just share with you very, very briefly what KI does. But we have got a takeaway home that summarizes everything. Your Excellencies will be able to have it. Mr. Executive Governor as well. I think we'll be able to make other copies. But as we do that, we are seeing 3 SMEs today, in the interest of time. There is a leather shoe production organization run by a lady, they employ predominantly women. And there's also the fruits processing, which we are working with Kirby, and the coconut processing. We will not bore you so much, but we've just had a summary for it, so that the proprietor, so that you'll be able to see the type of, for example, the leather one, the value addition of leather, the proprietors really engineer is, we have 4 years. The products are leather and leather products. They occupy shade number 4. They employ 30 people. That is the source of raw materials. The export of here product. The second one, which is a juice processing, is also a lady, been here 2 years. This is, we are working with Kenya Industrial Research Development Institute, who have fabricated the machines. And they are making both super juice, which is concentrate. They employ 35 people, and they collect raw materials, which is mangoes from across the county. And the last one is Kent State, coconut value addition. They've been here 3 years. Those are the products. And they employ 70 workers, and they have conducted about 300 farmers. So that even when you go there, it's much, much easier. The excellence is 2 minutes about Kenya Industrial Estates. Kenya Industrial Estates is a state corporation under the Ministry of Industry, Trade and Cooperatives, but under the State Department for Industrialization. Our mandate is triple. We take care of incubation of SMEs, but micro, small, and medium enterprises. We also give them affordable credit, currently at 10% on a declining balance. But the third mandate, to ensure that it is sustainable, we have business advisory and technical services to support them. We are in 37 counties of this country. We are the agency mandated to take care of SMEs. We want to promote industrialization through SMEs. We have 5 priority sectors that mirror the Big 4 agenda, and also our mother ministry. Agro-processing, where the bulk of our SMEs are. Textile and apparel, leather and leather products, metal and wood fabrication, and construction materials construction. So those are the critical areas. The SMEs we do finance are both in urban, peri-urban, and rural areas. And they lend themselves to cottage industries. That's why it is easy to be able to distribute the activities and therefore create wealth and employment across the country. In a nutshell, that's what we do. So that we don't, because all the other things are here.
And do companies, do companies graduate from i.e. when they become big enough?
When they become big enough,
to other places?
Because we lend up to 20 million Kenya shillings. We also lend to women who cross guarantees, so they don't have to have any collateral, 8%. They can now graduate to ICDC, Industrial Commercial Development Corporation, and IDB, Industrial Development Bank. And also other commercial banks, because they should have now been strong and resilient enough to go. So that's why we do graduate. So we take care of the little, the small people in the missing middle. Our work is to graduate micro to small, small to medium, and they can take off. But we've provided an incubation program for a very long time now. Many people might not recall that Hako Industries, you've heard of Hako Industries, incubated at our KI sheds in the industrial area. Unilever those days, it used to be called East Africa Industries. The same. Mastermind Tobacco, we incubated them in our shed in Nakuru. And Spectre International. But after that, they go. So we incubate them for 5 years, 3 months. They should have developed now, the mortality rate now would have reduced, and they can now give room for others. So that's really what we do in a nutshell. And in the last page here, you can go straight to page. We cut all those to page 10. When you look at page 10. Those are, sorry, Waziri. Okay. Just on page 10, you can just see some of the incubators that we have. For instance, some might be familiar to those who are today in Kenya. On the next page, on page 11, we have just sampled some of the supported MSMEs by Kenya Industrial Estates. The project name, whether they are in food, agro-processing, you can see the nature of value addition. For example, if you look at number 4, Meru Equatorial Nuts, that employs 35 people in Meru. Kent State is also here. Makena Weavers, number 7. So you can be able to see the nature of value addition we do across various value chains distributed across the country. We have not taken all of them, we just sampled that you're able to appreciate. And they are there on page 12, page 13, and on page 14 you can see just a picture, the last picture, you can see. Just flip through it.
Yeah.
That is one in Nandi County where they are developing yogurt. You can go to the next one, which is on Kenya Food Industries, Kangema. Bakery in Voi, in Mombasa, pharmaceuticals, specialized towels, and so forth and so forth. 18 is where they, an SME that manufactures 60 pairs of shoes a week. And construction materials on page 20, you can see the rest. From page 21 are our SME parks across the country. So in a nutshell, that is what we do, Your Excellency. Last but not least, we recently commissioned a survey with another organization. We want our SMEs understand or even know the extent of the effects of climate change. We are very shocked that many just have very outdated history and understanding of climate change. So it's a huge challenge there. Yet SMEs contribute between 75 and 80% of jobs. Studies have shown that they contribute the most pollution, about 70%. They are also the earliest adapters of technology. So we are now working in ways and means of mitigating that to climate-proof SMEs. And we have started with our processes to have green finance. That's an area where maybe this program is an area we can be able to, because we want to start training centers to train them and also to help them start businesses, clean energy. There are already some with finance for solar energy and the rest. But that's one area where we have the biggest challenge. And also, maybe with the DFID, we will be happy to partner in areas of capacity development apart from climate change. For SMEs, particularly for our trainers who will go to train others. And in a nutshell, that is really about KI before we go to the second.
Thank you. Perhaps we could go and look at some.
So, thank you, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So, as I stand here having representing two institutions. One is the board of KI, on behalf of the chairman, and as well as the principal secretary, that is the State Department for Industry. So much has been said by the managing director. I do not want to repeat that. So, Your Excellency, we appreciate your coming and finding time to come to KI. So basically, KI is one of the drivers of the industrialization agenda through the support of our SME studies, through the financing, through the incubation, and as well as support on business advisory services. And we really appreciate that we form or go into partnership in ensuring that we adopt the green energies and the climate resilient support for our SMEs. So I don't want to take much of the time. It's only that we really appreciate you coming and finding time to be at KI.
Thank you very much.